I'm just seeing if you get a notification. Oh, you do. I don't think a notification went out last time. Okay, so we're live. It's gone a bit cold. I really felt like speaking to the Divine Feminine, so let's see if they get the call in. I was reading the comments. I was busy doing some housework, so I couldn't chat in the premiere. Okay. Well, hi, whoever's there. Okay, I want to have a look into the Divine Feminine's energy. I've gotten tired all of a sudden. Messages from your angels. Okay. Let's just do this. We'll upload later at some point. Let's just get comfortable. Okay, so we're on to the lives at the moment, it seems. We had a live yesterday. I kind of knew I was going to be doing a live towards the end of the premiere. It's all quiet. It's all quiet. Let's see who we're calling in on this live. Isabella? Ray? Who else are we calling in? Archangel Michael. Okay. Isabella, Ray, Archangel Michael. Am I getting 5 cards? Crystal. Vanessa. There we go. That's who we're calling in. What is the story though? Patience. Hi again, Sherry. I kind of knew I was coming on, and then I came off of the premiere and contemplated a bit, had a listen to the radio, and yeah, it was time to do a live. So I'm not sure what it's about, but I was paying attention to your comments about how you felt this disconnect, and I had my hands in water, so I couldn't type. And that's a collective. You just got out of the shower. Do you know what, actually, when I was going to go live, I thought, Sherry, she's either in the shower because she's just watched the premiere, or she's going to get out. I visualised that. You were getting out of the shower to me. To me. Oh, fuck. Anyway. You know that makes sense. Right, okay. Like, the premonitions are like really heightened. I'm really good at predicting at the moment. It's a bit crazy. It's a work day today. Yeah, and it's early, isn't it? Well, okay. Right, I want to have a look at these because I don't want to be on for too long. I was hoping to be off by 2:30. It's like 5 to 2 now. So, Isabella, it says, yes, the timing is right for this new venture, a happy outcome. My eyesight is a bit screwed up. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Oh, Sherry, you made a comment yesterday saying you couldn't read the comments without your glasses. Okay. Ray. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Archangel Michael, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. Sounds very much, it's perfect really, because it actually, I've been, hi Jeremy, I'm just going to look at your comment at the moment. But what was I saying? I was saying about something that I read yesterday that you guys put. Oh shit, what was that? Oh no, it was today. Yeah, about the time. I was definitely time hopping in that video. A bit all over the place like now. So I can't distinguish whether something was done yesterday or today. You said about not feeling the DM's energy, Sherry, and I've been struggling to feel the DF's energy. So I'm quite I've been so tapped into the Divine Masculine's energy, where you guys have been kind of detached from it. And I've been struggling more actually finding out what's going on with the divine feminines, because you are detached. So that makes sense. You're detached from your divine masculine. You're just moving forward. The DFs, the divine feminines, are just moving forward now. The timing's perfect for this new venture. A happy outcome follows our positive expectation. We're practicing yoga and meditation, and we understand that they're essential to our well-being. So we're definitely working on our well-being. That's where our focus is now, on us being well. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind and spiritual growth right now, and that's what we're feeling. Archangels, yeah, are with us. Okay, but Archangel Michael, I'm going to read this one because it actually states about why we've called upon him, why he's shown himself out of this deck, because there's only 4 Archangel cards in there. So Archangels are with us, giving us the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life mission. That's where the divine feminine's attention is. It's crystal clear. Have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. And we're not letting that bother us, that we can't yet see it. We see it in our mind's eye. So that's why we're detached. And that comes down to the free will, doesn't it? It's like it has to be the divine masculine's free will. He's got to want it. And then we have Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it? Oh, my ears have just gone. Like, seriously. It's 13:57. Jeremy, I'm going to read your comment now, if I can. Eyesight's back. Jeremy, I have patience. It's been 30 months since my heart was broke. I should be over this. Don't tell me to reach out. Every time I do, she calls the police. Don't reach out then. Walk away like the divine feminines have. You have total free choice, your free will. Walk away, reach out. And you should be over this. You'll get over it when you walk away and you get over it. And when I told you to reach out, it was actually before you said that you had been locked up. Patience. We all feel hurt. We've all had our hearts broken. We all didn't get locked up in prison, though. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Oh, my eyes are so heavy. Tired. Okay. Sherry, you're focused on your goals, me too. That is the only focus now, is on like our well-being. And that's what everyone has to focus on, your well-being. We're getting the magical unicorns. I see forgive. Best friends. Definitely yes. What else? Unicorns are on a roll. Laughter. I actually feel the unicorns are kind of not replacing the dragons. I feel the dragon energy is very masculine. But I've been just feeling unicorn energy more and more. I want to say I'm more in touch with my dragon energy, so I can call my dragon at any point, and she's there constantly. But the unicorns, I feel how dragons go round and obviously saw those skies for us. Hi, Lily. And the unicorns are more homely. Visualizing a unicorn in my, well, actually in the front there, because it's more greener than the back. Hi, talk to me. Just focus on what you want to attract into your life. You're not supposed to be attached to a person or outcome. The universe can bring in something better than you can imagine, yes. And you have to be open to that it's not what you, I don't think it matters anymore. What matters is that it feels good to you. And all the time it feels good to you, you hang on to that. You will attract good things and it will all make sense in the end. You have to trust that. Love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. Change. The changes you're going through are positive. I got a real big lump in my throat then. Happy thoughts. Are your parents happy for you? Deep down inside they are, of course they are. That parent card is really shouting out. Chevy, I think too, if we are too much in that longing energy, it's still the same dynamic of being wounded. Can't really be in our power like that, no. The universe often brings us tests to see if we've learned our lessons. Focus on yourself, be the leading light. Don't commit to me, commit to your healing, and I'll meet you there. That's perfect. When I commented on the premiere and I put to Marco, it's about focus on serving. It's not really what you're going to gain. It's like, what is the contribution that you could emit to our world, and the reward would just come. Happy thoughts. Oh, okay, I've picked up the unicorns again. Why did I stop and have a little breather? Hi, Angie. I remember, sweetie, but I still might call. Talk to me. Talk to me. It's good. That's a good statement, isn't it? Talk to me. Hi, wonderful love. How are you doing? Good morning. Best friends. Okay. Love from your parents. Change. What have we opened up here? Okay. Where's the book gone? It's hiding. I've got to read this. Love from your parents. This card is telling you that your mother and father both love you. Even though you may not always be able to feel their love. That's interesting because I can feel my mother's love. I mean, my mum, she's on the other side. She's rooting like for us all. She was a big advocate for love. She brought so many couples together, single parent people who are still together to this day. And they always remember how my mum helped transmute their loneliness. My mum found it in the end. When she had kind of moved away from that, she got into more community work. She was big on the neighbourhood scene. And I feel my mum's love. I mean, my mum passed away when I was 27, 28. I don't really know the time, okay. But she's been coming through. I said yesterday she was coming through. Now my dad. And I was thinking this actually. I mean, it's got happy thoughts here. I don't really want to cry over it. Although I may be talking about it. But with my dad, I was actually thinking before the live, I was kind of going over the situation with me and my dad and how it's all kind of, it's a tricky one. And I thought to myself, I don't think I'm ever going to see my dad again. And like, he's alive. And it doesn't really, in the situation he's in and where he's located, it's like, it doesn't even matter really, I think, if he lives, concern was coming through. I don't know if it's coming close to his time. He's 89. But I'd kind of accepted that I don't think I'm going to see my dad again. And I'm okay with that. I know that divine set out certain relationships to me where I wasn't close to people. I wasn't allowed to get too close because of they kind of prepare you. So I never really had. I haven't lived with my dad. Well, before I can kind of remember, he hasn't financially or I'm not going to say he hasn't emotionally supported me. He did. He was very good. After my late husband passed away. So my dad was awesome, but we got speaking about spirituality, but it was only when it was just he was in his house and I was in mine. And now I feel there's this big divide here where he could be pulled. I can't see us talking about that stuff while others are in the room. And it's just I can't see me actually going down there and visiting him when these other people are around. So I've kind of accepted I don't think I'm going to see my dad again. How do I feel about that? Well, I know that there's no disconnect. So I just send this love, energy, light. But I have a feeling. And my dad's the only thing that's really holding us all together. And everyone has a place within this. So, hi, Laurie. I don't know what that's about, okay? But that has been, I'm just being honest with you, what's been going through my mind is it was going through my mind, like, would they actually let me know if he had died? I did ask, actually, my sister, I do want to know when he's kind of passed away. But I said, as for my communication with him, I'm in control of that. I'll decide when I'll call my dad, because she kind of decided to pull me up on it, on my commitment as a daughter. So, okay. Let's read this love from your parents. You let go. You're both, Jeremy. You've got to learn at the moment. It's hilarious. Did you hear me yesterday call Jasper a girl? I'd called Jamie a girl the other day, and then I can't remember, Megan done it yesterday. And I said to her, oh my goodness, when I watched back my video, I said to Jasper, good girl. And it was like, so we're getting it. There's definitely a blend in here of the energies, masculine, feminine energies. So, love from your parents. So I do know that my parents are like frigging rooting for me. My dad says to me, when I kind of convinced him, deprogrammed him on his beliefs about what I actually do, and I help people, you know, I help to uplift people and give them hope and to bring them my smile, to actually kind of convince him to like see that as being a purpose. He ended up saying it was amazing and that I was very much like him. So I know my dad has my backing, but that's energetically, I feel that. Let's fucking just get on with this card. Do we have to come live? I'm like rambling. Where the hell are we time hopping to? Who is it even speaking? Geez, she had seen my driving yesterday. I was like, how many times are you going to nearly hit the curb? Even Jack, I said, I don't know who's driving. Who's the driving force behind it all? Okay. Oh, welcome to Life with Lucy. This card is telling you that your mother and father both love you, even though you may not always be able to feel their love. Everyone shows love in different ways. For example, some people show that they care through actions, such as giving you things or trying to help you. Other people express it through words, with what they say or write. If your mother and father show their love in ways you don't understand, you can talk to them about your feelings. And I was actually getting really open with my dad and talk really deep, telling him how I've been affected. And it was so liberating. And I feel like that's just been taken away from me. I might try about that. Because it was really nice to finally kind of be understood by my dad. And it's like, I can't say that stuff, how I really feel, because it's being manipulated and thrown back at me. So I have to kind of go, I can't talk anymore to you, Dad. And if I'm not like doing the talking, he just wants to know about my life and what I'm doing, and hence it's the same thing. Okay. The bond between parents and children can never be broken, no matter what. Even during times of anger, parents and children still love each other deep down. If you focus on this love, it grows even stronger and deeper. This love also helps everyone feel better and get along better. If your mother and father are angry with each other, you can still love them both equally. You don't need to take sides. Everyone has something good inside of them after all. God put love within every person. Your love towards both your mother and father is always deep and strong, even if you don't see one of your parents very much. Focus on what's good about your mother and father to help them and you be as loving as you can be. And my dad is just choosing not to take any sides in this situation. And I don't want him to. I don't want him to be put into that dilemma. He's 89 and I want to talk to him as a soul. And so I'm going to do that energetically until I'm divinely guided otherwise. So we just made that decision. I'd already made that decision. But they say, don't you? It's like, don't say that you let something go and then you're thinking about it. Like a couple of days later, you haven't really let it go. So it does come to a point where you have to get to this point of acceptance. So there's a change here. The changes that you're going through are positive. We've got something going on here, I'm telling you. Okay. We must be talking about this for a reason. Loyalties, eh? Change. I'm distracted now. We want the seas. The book's falling apart. Unicorns are on it. If the unicorns are on it, look at this, the comforting. Best friends. And I've spoke about the unicorns actually being around and feeling that. And that's what this just said. Even though you may not get to see your parents in the physical, that doesn't mean that they can't feel their love. So this does make a bit more sense now because we've got change. At times we're afraid of making changes because we don't know what will happen in the future. This card wants you to know that the changes you're going through are for the best. You're walking through a gate into a new life. Don't worry about your future because it's all going to work out just fine. These changes come in part because you're growing older. You like different things now compared to when you were younger. It's okay for you to change because change is a part of life. In the same way, your friends and family members will change as they grow older. You're all letting go of things that no longer work well for you and you're bringing in the new. Even though these changes may seem to make your family and friends act differently, in the end, everyone will be closer. You'll make new friends through these changes too. Yet even happy life change can create stress that affects your body, energy and moods. So it's more important than ever to take good care of yourself by getting enough sleep, exercise and time for play. Also, talking about your feelings with friends and family members can help. This card may also be asking you to change something in your life that's making you unhappy or unhealthy. For example, changing a habit or a relationship. The first thing that you think about is correct. Should I tell you what the first thing? I'm going to be honest. I have nothing to hide, guys. I spoke to my dad about how my connection with my sisters I didn't really understand what had happened since the passing of, my children's, well, he was my husband. And I spoke to him about how hurt I felt about that. And I also told him about how I had been treated and things that had been said. And it was my dad, this was when he was alone, and it was my dad that actually said to me, that helped me to surrender. He went to me, stay away from them. If they make you that unhappy. And he said, if someone spoke to me like that, I would tell them to fuck off. That's what he said to me. He said, leave them, go and do your own life, do your own thing. And now he's actually in the environment with them people. It's not going to be easy, is it, for you to say that out loud? It was actually my dad to say, leave them, walk away. You don't have to subject yourself to that anymore. And now I've walked away, but I don't want to say to my sisters, okay, if they're watching, they're watching. But I don't want to say to my sisters, it was actually Dad that told me to not allow you to treat me like that anymore. So change. And I also feel if it is coming up time for his transition, he's going to be placed with his best friend, because not only did my mum find her true love at the end, my dad actually found his true love when I was 11. So when he split up with my mum when I was about 5, 6, he was single. I never saw another lady on the scene until my stepmom came on the scene. And she passed away the 1st of August. Same year as my husband, he was the 31st of August. And it was their deaths that brought us together. So my dad has a role in this somehow. And I started this video by saying my premonitions are like spot on. Listen. I'm not afraid of death. I don't view death the same way that others do, and they can't get their head around that, and they think I'm really disrespectful. It's like I have the most closest connection, heartfelt connection with my dad. Just unfortunate. I hope he understands why our physical connection has kind of been interfered with. I don't know what's being said that side. I don't want to know anymore. Okay. So this card may also be asking you to change something in your life that's making you unhappy or unhealthy. For example, changing a habit or a relationship. The first thing that you think about is correct. Ask your angels, the unicorns, and your friends and family members to help you with this change if it feels difficult or frightening. Support is very important during times of change. If you can learn to enjoy life's challenges, you'll enjoy life itself much more. And that's what I used to speak to my dad about, like actually talking through the challenges and how I've overcome them. And we were getting to deep discussions. It's like he's not like fucking stupid. He may be 89, but wow, we are just like on the same page on so many things. So, okay. Happy thoughts. Because I felt here, if the unicorns are surrounded, so let's just say this is me and my dad in like unicorn form, okay? Or the more I opened up to him and told him about my emotions, the more I could hear in his voice, and he was like, let me be a dad, you know, and I love you. I mean, the way he was saying, I love you, he was like, I love you, you know. We used to only spend like, I only speak to my dad like once a year. And if I rang him, well, normally he would ring me, he would shout at me, don't you have a phone? I thought you were like, and I'm like, hey, you've got a phone as well. We haven't had that close connection. Until I suppose when I split up with my husband, there was a bit of a habit that I thought was going to continue where, because my husband was now like my ex, he would be invited to family events all the time. And I kind of didn't want that. If I was going to my family's event, I wanted to be there, not with my ex there. I was kind of like, well, what if I want to bring someone on the scene? I don't like that feeling. So I decided, after me and my husband are separated, we were spending our last Christmas together. And I said to him, I've never had Christmas with my dad. I'm going to go and have Christmas with my dad. I said, shall we go? And that will be our last Christmas. And after that, we're going to have to get used to having Christmases, you know, apart. I don't want to carry on this trend. So I was very upfront with my husband. Well, after I said that, automatically, because I'm not someone that kind of wants to leave people out, I said to him, I'll ask my sisters, see whether or not they want to do that as well, because they hadn't had Christmas with my dad either. Wow. They said yes. So I rang my dad, and my stepmom was still alive. Apparently the best Christmas they've ever had. And I just rang him up because I wanted to build my connection with him. And I rang him up and I said to him, Dad, can I ask you a favour? And he was like, yeah. I said, do you mind if I come to you for Christmas this year? And he was over the moon. I said, and the others want to come as well, like the other girls, because we're like the 3 girls. And he was over the moon. I planned loads of games, and we done Mr. and Mrs., like quiz games. It was awesome. Play your cards right. I put in, a lot of energy to make that a really good Christmas. So it's like, you don't know how the universe, just because I'm not part of that now, I think it was really, whether it's for my sister's healings, I don't know, but I think it was important that I brought the unit back together. Because I don't have any attachment. They both live with him. They both were like raised by him, and he was like the main parent for them, but not for me. So I don't question too much about this. Makes me come off as being like, really, I don't give a shit. It's just like, no, I just believe in divine order. Did I actually get to finish this? Happy thoughts. Should we read some of your comments? Oh my goodness. How long have we been? We've only got 10 minutes left if I go by my time. I hope that helped any of you that needed that, because I've obviously gone through it for a reason. It's hard, guys. It pulls on the heartstrings. What's the right and wrong thing to do? Well, it depends who it's for. I don't want to cause grief and pain upon people. That's all I know. That is not my purpose here. I let go as soon as my dad told me to. That was, I don't know, it's like I was looking for permission. And like when I told him, and I said, this isn't the case. That's not who I am. And he just said, oh, then walk away. You don't have to put up with that. Anyway, that was like a few years ago. A lot happens in a couple of years, I know. Bless him. Bless him, that's all I can do. Right, time is jumping. I'm going from that. And I made that decision. My dad, okay, I struggle with family. We know that, Laurie, at the moment. Yeah. He wants you to be happy. My dad does. He's like, I wish he could really like see me. But he doesn't really understand all the technology, and I wish I could read him like some of your comments and the letters I've received. And I'm not here to prove myself to anyone. Okay. I'm hoping this tear doesn't roll, but if it does, you just deal with it. My sister texts me the morning, are you not talking to me? Well, I haven't answered yet. That's how actually my middle sister, who just does not like conflict. I mean, my sisters have not handled it very well. Apparently, they've both been in counselling. I'm being asked what I've said to them to create this within them. And it's like, I don't really know. I just feel you don't deal with death very well. But that's exactly where my sister started with me. Are you not talking to me? And I tried to explain to her I was working on me. I couldn't really be of assistance to anyone else. I just wanted to go with him. But that's on their conscience, isn't it? They already know, because I thought that's a bit bizarre. Why would you start off a conversation quite abrupt by, are we not talking then? And it's because I'd rejected a couple of her phone calls because I was recording. I was actually working, and it wasn't top priority to get back to her. So they kind of know. When I look back now, it's like, oh, this is all lined up. It's just fucking heartbreaking. Because how I responded was, well, why would you think that? Because I haven't answered a couple of your calls. And I went into total defense mode. I was like, I'm trying to just take care of me at the moment. And she took it, and she actually turned it around and she said, well, maybe it's not all about you. Maybe I needed my sister. And then I was like, well, maybe I needed my sister when. Fucking just don't get into it. But if it needs to happen, it will happen. So like, I haven't heard from her since. She hasn't picked up the phone. None of them have picked up the phone to call me. And they don't want to talk to me. They want me there, but they don't want to talk about. Apparently the counsellors told them they're not allowed to talk about what happened. That's what they've been told. They're not allowed to talk about anything that they can't change. So we're not allowed to talk about it at all, and neither are my children. No one's asked us actually how we felt about this or what we feel. We've just heard how others feel and what they perceive us to be feeling. It's just all bullshit. Get on the fucking phone and find out yourself. Anyway, it would be so much easier to be a female, really. You both have your challenges. Guys threw themselves at you and you can sit back and choose. Are you shitting me? I have to work to get someone to know. Are you shitting me, Jeremy? Have you actually asked a feminine about that? Or are you just like, that's your perception? You think guys throw themselves at us? Not true, Jeremy. That's a shit statement to put. You need to have a checkup from the neck up today. You can tell by your attitude. Your attitude stinks, Jeremy, today. Us feminines have been through so much, we're not tolerating it. Well, Sherry, that's the way it seems to us men. It seems. Why don't you ask people? Assuming your assumptions get you into trouble. Is that what you think? We have a choice. You think we have options? All lined up, we're playing a game. You're fucking shitting me. You've like commented so much after, it's just like, oh, fuck. My whole family has different thinking than me, so I've almost left all of them. Yeah. Everyone's gone now. Even the ones attached. I mean, I was really close to my brother-in-law, but that's not a good connection. So that one's gone as well now. I have no best friends left. I have no one from that life left, apart from my children. And it looks like they're the ones that are coming on with me. Doesn't look like any of them. I've had a complete clean slate. And there's no way now that any info can get back to Ro. I'm not discussing my life. They watch. Okay, they know of the channel, and I'm aware of that. But I'm not worried. This is my channel. I'm not worried about what people think, about what I say on here. Hey, T-Rose. I've always been left out and thought of as one who caused all the trouble. I am trouble, big trouble. So I'm just walking away. I'll be trouble on my own. Well, Chevy, that's the way it seems. Oh, we've already done that bit. Okay, like you expect us to work. At times of great change, I have tried to reach out, but only to be heard. Oh, what happened there? Where did we jump? Angela, hi. Once everyone realises their parents, family members and friends are going through their own stuff, things will flow. Yeah, I kind of last time I spoke to my sister, I mean, it wasn't a good conversation. The plan is we're not speaking, like we've kind of gone our separate ways now. But there was a point there where it was highlighted. I was trying to say to her, we haven't had the same journey, when she was trying to pull me up on my daughter responsibilities with my dad. And I was like, we don't have the same journey. I don't have that connection like you do. And she said to me, no, we've all kind of, it was like, because we've been raised the same. And it's like, that's not true. You left when I was 5. I didn't grow up in the same household. How on earth could we have had the same journey? And I said, my journey's been tough. And she was like, so is mine. I said, well, tell me about it then. And closed off completely. But actually there was a little opening. You could feel it. We were kind of like connecting back as sisters. I was like, well, tell me, what have you been through? But apparently we've been through the same stuff. Bullshit. I can't even remember anything about my sister, okay, until she had a baby. And then I know that I was very good at looking after her child. So from the age of 11, my sister, yeah, she's not kind of, well, I lived with her from 13 and raised her children and done her housework and gave her my money and went out to work and claimed benefits at the same time. She was taking out loans in my name when I got to be 18. So it was just bullshit. I'm going to carry on with the comments. Shit, it's past. I should go. Said enough, Lucy. It's bullshit. I know my journey and I know my story. And I have every right to tell it. So, we feel like it's easy for you guys, Jeremy. I guess we all have to do better to feel I can't tans each other. Well, I've said what I want to say about that. I'm going down to the bottom. Okay, I'm going down to the bottom. What are you talking about here? Talk to me, Angie. Heart, we are all are the black sheep. Yes, we are. We were born for a different mission. Yes, we are. And once we accept that, I'm cool. I heard a comment today about our family. You know, it's not the family that we're born into. It's the family that we grow and develop and create. That's family. It's not what we're born into. I actually said that to my sister. I said, I'm sorry that we have the same dad. You know, I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about the fact I'm his daughter. And he wants to know how I am. And he's going to ask you. I can't change that. So, you had to let my own 29-year-old daughter go on her own journey. I feel free now. Yeah, I've had to let Megan. I've had to let Megan go. Our relationship is so close now. But it took me actually asking her to, well, yeah, it was hell. Me and my daughter Megan have been through hell and back. We was only talking about it yesterday. And she said to me, do you know what she said to me? She's 20. She went to me, the thing is, I've forgiven myself. So grown up. And that's what it is. I forgive myself for all of it. She said, I've forgiven myself. I'm not that person anymore. And I thought, and that's the key. Self-forgiveness. You can't even... There's no point seeking forgiveness outside if you haven't forgiven yourself. It's like saying, I'll let it go. But if it keeps coming back up, that's something that lies within you. So I just thought that was amazing. But it was hell. And I'm going to say maybe always. She was always very challenging. I could not control that child at all. Even with just normal parenting, you know, turning technology off, helping out around the house. She was just independent. And she's so strong. What she's actually tackling at the moment, which is interesting, is because I tell you why, she wants to start wearing like shorter cut tops, but she's sick of men perving over her. And she's got a real issue with it. And she said, I was thinking about wearing like a vest top to work. And she said, it's so hot. And I said, we'll do it then. She said, but I wonder if I'm like showing too much. I said, you're not someone that, you know, shows is, you know what's acceptable. But because she's got a nice body, men leech over her and her hair's down to her bloody arse. And I mean, she's stunning. But I was speaking to her about this last night. She said it's my insecurity because she had a problem with Jamie taking off his top, and it's all to do with how men actually talk to us women. And she's kind of sick of the comments. And I said to her, you're focusing too much on it. And she'd had one man, she said, even though he said something about he wanted a Christmas kiss or something, I don't know what that was about. But he said to her, you know that I am only joking. And he said, and you do know why men like crack onto you. He said, because you are extremely attractive, beautiful. And that's just how men's minds are wired. That's what he said. And I said, darling, they are. But she has such a force now within her that I said, you've got to learn not to attract that. Stop focusing on that. It's okay for you to be who you are. You're not being sluttish. You're not. And she even said to Jamie, she said, you just need to know that I have no intentions of like leaving you. And it's like, that's what it does. Lost connection. That's what it does. That's what it done to my daughter. I said, just be you. Happy thoughts, best friends. I'm kind of tired. Don't know what the hell this is about. True friends stick together no matter what. To feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. We've done a half-assed job, haven't we? Yep, ladies, it's good to have each other, to support each other. It helps me reset and focus on myself. That's really good, Angie. That's why I like to come on and do these as well, because this is, you know, well, it's the truth, isn't it? Like we think we know what's going on with the masculines. They think they know what's going on with us, and no one's really communicating. It's just a whole load of assumptions, and I'm done with assumptions, really, full stop. So we will talk honestly, openly. I'm going to talk to you about my journey, what goes on, the right time, the right place, in the right space. The comet and planets are messing with the energies. Well, I'm all over the fucking place. I don't know what realm I'm in. And time. Laurie, you put that comment about time. Megan and Jamie picked up on that yesterday as well. We have no concept of time. Hi, T-Rose. I know you're all here for me. I know that, T-Rose. I don't feel alone at all. I feel free. But there are still those little bits when you think, okay, I do still have like my dad. I'm going to say that's really the only, I'm not worried about what anyone else is doing or who wants to be in my life. But my dad is a big part of this. So it's just interesting that it's got me to talk about it, because it was like a fleeting thought, and it was kind of like about like my dad's transition could be coming soon. My mum, my dad used to be afraid of death. I don't think he's afraid of death now, because he's seen it with his partner. So I think that when you kind of go through death with someone, you become, it's not so frightening. Okay, it's quite peaceful experience, actually. I felt it was quite an honour to be there. When my husband passed over. So it makes you not afraid of death. Now, my mum, she always raised us not to be afraid of death. She used to say to me, always by my full name, which is Lucy May. Lucy May, he won't take you until you've done what you come to do. And that's all that's stuck in my mind. So it's made me feel safe. It's like, well, when my time's done, the time's done, isn't it? But one of the biggest, I say that I'll choose to go when I'm no longer happy. That's an issue for me if I'm not happy. And I don't mean that just if my soul's not happy. And I wasn't happy. And now it's like, I'm free to be happy. Let the show carry on. Not it was over anyway. I couldn't do that to myself. Doesn't mean you don't think it. But you'll be taken when you've become what you're here to become. How about that one? Okay. Right. I'm going to finish off reading this. It seems, why do I feel I don't? Happy thoughts. We know what happy thoughts are. Best friends. No fear, because we are infinite beings in bodies, spirits, and eternal. There is no separation. I'm like, so if I was to say, well, I'm not going to go to my dad's funeral, I don't see what the point is. Like, to be honest, it's a vessel. And they say respect. That's a bit like, I read this yesterday, face masks. Who put out a video that was really good? Marty Leeds Live. I don't know if any of you guys, I don't really like follow him, but sometimes his videos pops up, and it popped up about face masks, about us being silenced, and I listened to it, and it's I agree with him. What we talk about face masks for? Our spirit. Funeral vessel. Okay. Not going to his funeral. Because I know that, there is no separation. It's just like, well, he just doesn't have a vessel that he's attached to. He's not, in my eyes, he's like not attached to that situation anymore. He's free. He's also free, isn't he? And then we'll be really able to play. Because I know I'll be able to see him. I know I'm going to be able to hear him. And at the end of the day, it's down to my belief. I heard my mum calling me yesterday. And the thing is, I can actually attach myself to that energy right now, just like you can with your divine masculine, with everyone. So it's just the vessel that gives us this image, illusion of a separation, and there is none. So as soon as my dad floats out of that body, it just means he's completely free, and he's going to hang around where he wants to hang around, isn't he? He'll hang out with me. We'll have some fun. So happy thoughts. And that's how I like to think about it. You know, if others want to think differently, that's fine. They could ask me. But will they hear what I'm saying? More than likely not. So happy thoughts. You can, because we're talking about the unicorns and we're talking about, I can do that now. If I actually focus on it, there's so much we can focus on. We do have to intend in a certain direction. So I can intend to connect with my dad, make him to feel my love, to feel more, to let him know that I'm okay. And we just let the divine do what it's going to do. Happy thoughts. To feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. The unicorns say that happiness is actually quite simple. It comes from thinking happy thoughts. By drawing this card, the unicorns say that you've been thinking some unhappy thoughts lately. Hence why I said to you, I'm good to go when I'm no longer happy. So it's important you keep these happy thoughts flowing because they affect you and your mood and your stickability. Okay. They want to help you turn your life around by changing your thinking. Can you remember a time in your life when you felt really happy and safe? Yeah, when I was really up close and personal with my dad. And he'd find out, he's like, I didn't know this about you. And what is it you do? And it was just oh, it's lovely. I remember that. Think about that memory now and feel it in your body. Even if some sad things are going on in your life right now, you have the power to be happy by thinking these positive thoughts. The happier you are, the more quickly things will get better in your life. Happiness is a magical energy that attracts pleasant experiences to you, so don't delay in choosing to hold only good thoughts. This card also asks you to have happy thoughts about other people. You can always choose to see good or bad things in them, and that includes what you choose to see in your own self. To have better relationships, focus on the good within yourself and others. This will motivate everyone to act in better ways. You can bring more happiness to the world by being joyful yourself. When you're happy, you lift the moods of everyone around you. Your happiness helps everyone feel better and helps all of us to enjoy a better world. What are some happy thoughts that you can think of right now? Enjoy them. Best friends. Distracted again. Hi, Jeremy. Happiness, I'm just going to Angela first. Happiness is a choice. Control your mind. Don't let your mind control you. Yeah. It's always so much easier, isn't it, to say, outside my bathroom door, I have every day, I see it, get your happy on. But maybe it's been up there. Maybe I need to change the location to remind me. It was actually Melody. My daughter's called Megan. It was actually Megan that said to me last night about focusing on healing a part of my body. She's like, it's gone. It doesn't even exist. It's gone. And I'm sitting there looking at it and going, this is the stuff that I taught you. She said, yes, but you forget it yourself, don't you? She said, it's gone, Mum. There is no illness. And I just chuckled to myself. I went to Jamie, listen to her. He says, well, she gets on at me all the time. And it's it was awesome to have Megan step forward and remind me, especially after everything we've been through. My best friend. Two friends stick together no matter what. This card says that you need to spend time with a friend. Perhaps you had a fight with your buddy, or one of you needs some extra attention. Attention. Okay. Take some time today to contact this person and share your feelings with each other. The time that you share is a big gift to both of you. It also helps you become even closer. And because I've said about your intention, your attention, if you can today, we're meant to go out and blow I've still got to do that, a dandelion head. So what do you wish for today? Peace, love, harmony, happiness with all of our, within all of our connections and relationships. Take some time today to contact this person and share your feelings with each other. The time that you share is a big gift to both of you. It also helps you become even closer. And I don't feel that's just happy thoughts, guys. It's practicing this. Practicing not being perfect. No one is. Sometimes you might feel alone in the world At these times, remember that you always have the angels with you. Ask them to help you with your friendships. The angels can bring new people into your life whom you'll really like. They did for me. They brought me all you lovely guys. And I was brought to you. So the unicorns can also help you feel happier whenever you're sad or alone. All you need to do is think about the angels and they'll help you right away. We all need friends, and spending time with them is the way that people become our best friends. So reach out to the people you like today. Talk about your feelings, play games, laugh, take a walk, eat lunch together, or just sit and watch the clouds go by. No matter what you do, it's better to do it with your best friend. Okay, Jeremy, being silenced. Who's silencing you? Everyone I ever meet starts ignoring me or telling me to shut up eventually. Oh, I'm told I just like the sound of my own voice. And I don't listen to anyone, I just listen to what I say. And I kind of know that's the correct thing to do. So it's not great when I want to giggle and go, oh, yeah, it's like, I don't know, Jeremy. Getting goosebumps, I feel still asleep. Yeah, I feel very tired. We are here to feel our emotions and not judge yourself in the hard times. Jeremy, have you read the 4 Agreements? I haven't read that. What's the 4 Agreements, Angie? The 4 Agreements is the best. Oh, okay, well, no, not yet. Me neither, Jeremy. There you go. We're alike in that sense then. Jeremy, turn on your recorder and have a conversation with yourself. Play it back. I did that. I figured out why people shut me down. Yeah. I have to give up my best friend B. He was toxic. Love and light. Okay. Yes. Angie, and the mirror exercise helped me with that too. Angela, sorry. And the mirror exercise. I mean, I know what I look like when I'm a nasty bitch. It's not nice. But when we're in an angry mood, we're not looking in front of a mirror, are we? We're projecting that onto someone. We wonder why people can be so scared. I'm a strong force to be fucked with. A strong force. And when I'm done, you know I'm done. I'm a Taurus. I'm like patient, but if I've got no tolerance with you, you're going to know about it. I don't hold grudges though. Like I'm just kind of, you could say I'm a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde if you want. That's I have a lot of patience, but when I'm kind of done and just think, we're not doing this anymore. Like, you're not coming in my little enclosure doing this anymore. Like, you're going to know about that. So, but I know what it looks like on my face. So I don't want to be around anyone really that triggers me within my like unit, because I know that I can be, and they know what buttons to push. And then it's like, they're right, aren't they? I just proved them right. And it's like, no, I just taking myself, I'm constantly reviewing myself and my responses. And like my response to Jeremy was shit. But that's just who I am at the moment. And I love that person. She's come a long journey to get that way. And to actually tame herself. But it is what it is. Okay. Triggered can be growth and self-review. Yeah, I don't mind being triggered. I let it go straight away. So I'm not going to sit there and think about how I spoke to Jeremy. It's happened. It come out that way. It did, because that's my programming at the moment, isn't it? And I don't question it at all. So I won't go away and like feel really, I don't do that anymore. I've forgiven myself straight away. I know my intention behind what I was saying. And the way it come out is the way that I choose to express, or the way that I find I can only express that at the moment. But I'll go away and think about it and think, okay, next time you're going to handle that different. That's it. That's all I think. Okay, next time I'll just handle that different. If it triggered Jeremy, then that's his triggering and that's his lesson. He'll listen to what I've said. I'll take on board what he said, and it's just all roads. It just is. But I find that actually, like with the girls now, it's like we still like have to deal with things. You can't like if you're unhappy, you have to like make that known. It's how you make it known. And your kids are your biggest teachers. Kids are your biggest teachers. So I have a lot of respect for my children, their journey, and in return, they will have respect for mine. I thought you were an Aries, 9 months older than I am. I love triggers. It helps identify problems. Maybe it's meant to trigger people. Yeah, of course it is. I'm here for, I'm here for that reason. It's hard. I will trigger the fuck out of people. But I get triggered, of course I do. And I'm just sharing the journey with you guys. We're learning along the way, aren't we? It's very current stuff, so it's cool that we're all cool, Jeremy. Right, I'm going to look at patience, though. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. My ears have gone again. Enjoy being a student. Oh, you just like listening to your own voice, don't you? It's like, oh, fucking... Other people don't really want to... Well, people like to listen, and then they kind of realise... I'm going to actually say this, because I don't really care, to be honest. But I watched Russell Brand with Eckhart Tolle, and I have so much respect for Eckhart Tolle. Okay, I don't know if he is still, but at one point he was currently the #1 master of like spirituality. I love his humour. Anyway, Russell Brand done an interview with him. Now, first of all, I actually picked up the energy, so it triggered me. Because I pick up on something, it triggered me. And I felt like he was like mocking Eckhart a little bit. Then it went into the interview, and I noticed it, and I do it myself, and so does Abraham Hicks. They don't actually really give you time to talk. We're here to just speak, say what we've got to say, and because we trust in what we're not looking for someone to say, well, what do you think about that? Or it's just our experience. So at the beginning, Russell actually left that little bit in, and then they were doing a mic check or something, and then we went into the interview. Now, for one, I noticed how Russell Brand totally changed so he was more professional. He was very articulate with his words, and then when he's off camera, he becomes like this common. All right, then, well, that's it for you then. And I'm thinking, well, you didn't speak to Eckhart like that, and it became like a joke again. So I picked up on that. Why am I telling you that about Eckhart Tolle? You missed the alert letter. I don't think one went out earlier on. It did go out for this one, but I don't know what I was talking about about Russell Brand. But that's what I picked up from that. And it was like, at the end, he said, when Eckhart wasn't obviously around to hear it, he said, well, wasn't that interesting? I actually done I think he said like a pie graph of how much I spoke compared to Eckhart, and mine is that little poo dot up there. And I thought, was that necessary? I know it's humour, but it was just like, that's what a great master does. They're not here for your confirmation or clarity to give them a purpose or position. They just know. They're just here to deliver a message. And really, at the end of the day, if people laugh about you behind your back, then, well, we silently laugh within. Sometimes. I mean, Eckhart is very funny. The examples he gives, I mean, he's very funny. And it sounded very much like he was a manic depressive to start with. So we can, and I love Russell Brand, he's awesome. Like, I'm not like, but it's like, who are you? I don't get whether you're like, it's like, I know that you got a lot from that interview, him himself, because you could see him during it. Watch it, guys. It's on for a long time, but it's mostly Eckhart talking. And I picked it up. But Russell was getting so much from it. But then behind the scenes, he was kind of like highlighting the fact he didn't say much. He didn't have much to say, that Eckhart was the only one who was doing the talking. Anyway. I'm not a follower of Russell Brand. I mean, the thing is that I think it's awesome he's on this, okay, and on this journey and embracing it after he's passed, okay? And I mean, Eckhart was saying about how because people kept saying about the effects of drugs. So he said that he had taken LSD. He didn't like that. He said he didn't like that. And he had smoked weed when he went to Amsterdam. He said, but he would never ever take, he would never ever like take heroin to tell you what others see. He said, I won't try that test. And Russell he said, I don't know what that feels like to the body. And Russell turned around and went, it feels amazing. And I love the honesty that's coming out. But I believe Russell Brand is clean. But I mean, I'm not going to try and do my research into him. He's not someone that I follow. It's just the fact he had done an interview with Eckhart Tolle that I was intrigued to see how these were going to blend. So, but he will be helping millions of people, Russell Brand. And he's got his own little sector and his own kind of like personality, hasn't he? That will draw in them people, but he's doing really good work. So it's not judging that. It's just I noticed like our differences in approaches. Neo Wise is playing. The golden age is here. He's dropping in on Earth new energies. You're glad to feel something. I haven't been feeling anything all weekend. I just don't think we actually know who kind of I'm just not really fussed anymore. I'm not fussed anymore. I'm just going with the flow. Phone call, be right back. Once beloved, I'm going. It's an hour. Yeah, let me go. It's let me go, like you're keeping me, you're not keeping me. I enjoy speaking to you guys, but I think we've said enough. Got quite up close and personal and deep within like what's currently going on with my life. Well, it's not, nothing's going on with my life. I'm just in this nothingness. But I do want to get a journey of love because I'm bloody loving them messages. So I just like getting on, pulling the story, helping with whatever guidance I can help, and using my own experiences and situations to use as examples, which hopefully helps you feel that you are not alone. Little booty out there. And it will all come out as and when it needs to be discussed at the right time for the right reason. I need to go to little girl's room. Hi, dark Phoenix. All sunshiny for you as of late, so I've noticed. Listen, nothing goes unnoticed past these eyes, past these senses, spidey senses. Okay. Heaven. Looks like my eye is like creased here. What's wrong? It's like there's a heavy crease in the middle. Mirror work. Oh, that's nice, Angie. I'll read it out, guys. I felt my DM quite a bit when he wanted to come in. I feel like he has been hugging me. It catches me by surprise, but always welcomed. Soon it would just become the norm. You'll feel him holding your hand, cuddling you in bed, in the bath, in the shower with you, cooking with you, part of your daily routine. You are not alone. 70. And then I'm going, okay, heaven. I'm off to heaven. You are meant to live heaven. So it says you are meant to live heaven. Not now. Not now. That's what people are so scared, aren't they, of death? Not now. You can't die now. It's like, not now. Not. Listen. You are meant to live heaven now, not later, sometime after you die. What use is this life and body if not to live heaven now? Do you know how much easier it's going to be if you all chose to live heaven now? Look for the mad divine genius in all that is, especially the puzzling parts of your life that make you scratch your head, or tear at your hair, or scrunch up your face and scream with frustration. Know that feeling? Those are the places in which the divine is saying, here, heaven is hiding. Let's unveil it together. Let me show you. Let me unveil your own mad divine genius right here. Look for heaven. Even in hiding, it will not withhold itself from you for long, beloved. It wants to be known by you. This oracle brings you a special message. The enlightener is calling you to more, to more, to more. More divinity, more love, more acceptance, more embrace of life itself. There is no limit in what is being offered to you, like a tickle on my chin. There is no limit to what is being offered to you from the divine lover calling to you, the beloved. Rejoice and know that the dance of love between you and the divine is a removing of veils of illusion, one at a time, until you behold each other naked and true, finally to discover you are each other. You are love. Got to get out of here, guys. Time's up. Apparently, time's up. The sky ablaze with morning light on silver wings of birds in flight. In gratitude, a tear released, a knowingness embraced at peace. She speaks to those that gaze below, ancestral wings which call my soul to open hearts and soar above. In awe the winds await this love. I've got to go. Okay. So I'm not sure who I am anymore. Who made me question it? I don't know. I've got to kind of detoxify myself from that. Who made me question who I was? Okay, I love you guys dearly. I was going to say I love you guys deeply, which I do. And core deep, soul deep, heart deep. And I'll catch up with you with my heartbeat. We've got to go. Got to go. What's the time? 15:02. Fly. I've got to go and fly. Must fly now. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.